What's up YouTube? It's JB Tech Fanatic and I'm back again with another video. As always, I want to start this video by thanking each and every one of you for joining me today. I would be absolutely honored and humbled if you would consider subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you know when the latest content is available. And then of course, if you like this video, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up. As you know, if you've been following my channel, I've been looking to build the perfect smart home. I've been featuring many of Samsung's 2018 products, and so far, to be honest with you, I have been nothing short of amazed. Everything that I have purchased so far from Samsung in 2018 has far exceeded my expectations. Starting with the Q9 TV, absolutely amazing. The next was the 4-door Flex refrigerator, absolutely amazing. Then we have the Flex Duo stove, the Flex washer and dryer. Everything I have done videos on. If you've missed those videos, don't forget to check those out. But to kind of complete the kitchen, we are now to the dishwasher. And I know what you're thinking. A dishwasher, how boring, right? Well, think about this. Everybody that owns a dishwasher utilizes that dishwasher pretty often. I would say almost on a daily basis if you keep nice and tidy. So what do? You spend, I don't know, 30 minutes washing the dishes. Then you put them in the dishwasher that's supposed to wash your dishes. Then they come out with spots on them or a bunch of hard food still left on them. So with this particular product, I was a little skeptical. I had a very nice high-end brand dishwasher before this Samsung one here, and to be honest with you, I hated it. It often made my dishes look worse than they did before. Now, of course, my wife was not a fan of that at all, and eventually it led us to completing our kitchen with a Samsung product. Now, this is the TopControl dishwasher by Samsung. It uses Waterwall technology. Now, I know what you're thinking. If you go on, let's just say, Samsung's website today, you'll notice that this thing actually 2 out of 5-star reviews. Now, I, of course, picked up on that right away because I am all about a product that delivers to the customer. On my channel, I want to give you guys my honest feedback, and I only want to recommend products that do their job like they're supposed to. Well, let me introduce you to the Waterwall. Couple things to keep in mind when you are buying Samsung appliances, especially in 2018. I have found that a lot of big box retailers and online retailers are selling last year's models and not really saying to customers, hey, this is last year's model. So that is something that you need to pay close attention to. Now, another little kind of thing that you should look for when you get your device, look at the manufacture date. Now, this particular dishwasher, was manufactured in July of 2018. This is the latest model of the Waterwall. Now there is there's different tiers. This one happens to be the DW80M9550US AA. Now, of course, you're going to get a different one if you go with the UG. Then you get the darker stainless, which I actually recommend. The dark stainless is going to do better with the fingerprints. Now, the next thing about this dishwasher is that it has the TopControl. Well, what does that mean? TopControl means that the controls are, of course, up top, and they are hidden when it's shut. Now, a couple really nice features about this particular dishwasher is that it has an auto-release door. Now, when I first saw the auto-release door function, I didn't really understand. But think of it this way. Anytime you trap steam in an environment, now I say steam because in this case, let's just say you're drying your dishes. You trap that steam in there, the cups start to drip. What happens? You get hard water spot. Samsung has developed this to, at the drying cycle, it will pop itself open, and it has a little fan that will blow the steam out. I can't even tell you what a difference that has made. Now, quickly, I just want to go through these specs. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, we'll go through the specs, I'll show you inside, I'll show you the controls, and then we'll wrap it up. But, so you guys know, this thing is absolutely silent. I mean, my wife thought it wasn't even running. It is a 42 dBA, that is a sound level, and just so you know, it is silent. Now, of course, we talked about the auto release door drying, and it has the fan. It has an adjustable rack. It, of course, is an Energy Star certified, as you can see. Looks like $31 yearly cost. And, you know, this is kind of going to depend on how much you pay per kilowatt, of course. But it's great as far as cost efficiency. It does use the Waterwall 2.0 technology, which of course is the latest upgraded technology and works, in my opinion. Okay, so next is the color of the lighting, which is ice blue. Now, it's a little bit tricky. In the pictures online, it looks like it has a handle. It actually just has a light, and that light glows when it is running. I think it looks pretty cool, very techy, very trendy, but it's an ice blue. We'll look at that. But other than that, you want to make sure that the sizes fit. I found that it's a little bit taller than some, so you want to make sure the measurements are correct. Now, just so you guys know, this weighs 90 pounds. The width is 23 7/8. The depth is 25. And the adjustable height is 33 7/8. All the way down to 35. All the way up to 35. So 33 7/8 up to 35. So you can kind of adjust that, make sure to measure. Now, the wash system, normal cycle, it has heavy cycle, delicate, gentle. It has a total of 7 wash options. It does feature delay start. You can delay it from 1 to 24 hours. You have a sanitize option. You could do a half load wash, which is pretty cool. And then another feature that they have been utilizing in all of their new appliances is the self-clean function. This is great because, as we know, anything that has water and steam needs to be cleaned. So it will do it for you. Now, special features that it has the control lock button. It does have the cancel button, which is nice. Of course, it's stainless steel. Auto release door drying, like we talked about. It has a digital leak sensor, which is great. Of course, you don't want to come home to a leak. And then, of course, it has wash arms on the upper, mid, and low. And again, we're going to look inside. Now, you get 2 racks in this model. You can get another model with a 3rd rack. As far as the, I could see, it looks as if you really wanted to add that 3rd rack, you could to this. However, you kind of give away space. So for me, the 2-inch lift, which we'll show you, is better in this case. So you get the bottom and top rack. Of course, you still get a cup shelf and then the lower rack, and we'll look at that. Electric is 120, 60, and 15, and that's volts, hertz, and amps. So you know the heater watts is 1100 watts, so this thing can get hot and clean really well. The motor watt is 60 to 100, which is great. And then the drain pump is a 30 watt pump. Zone booster, this features the Express 60, it has it, the auto release door, we talked about that, and the adjustable rack. So all the features that you could want are in this. Now again, here's the trick. You need to make sure, if you want Samsung Smart Things, guys, and again, I actually thought this one had it in there, it doesn't. So make sure that if that's something that you want, which of course that is something that I really want, make sure that you pick the proper model that has some Samsung Smart Things in it. But having said that, it does have the delay start. It does have, the auto releasing door, the child lock, and all of that. So, I mean, really the only thing you'd be missing out on is being notified on your phone. In this case, I prefer the extra space, so I'm fine with it. But if that's something you want, make sure to pay attention to that.
Quickly, before we look on the inside, sorry about the bouncing around and shaky camera, I just wanted to show you got your power, auto, normal, heavy, delicate, express, rinse only, self-clean. Here is the lower rack zone booster, the speed booster, high temp and sanitize. Like I said, the delay start up to 24 hours, and then your start and cancel drain button is here. The way you can tell when it's manufactured is usually right here, as you could see, 7/2018. Otherwise, you would just simply press the power button here. Makes that nice noise, and then you could pick basically whatever you want to do here. And I just wanted to make a quick note that, as you could see, like on heavy, it says 240. If you put speed booster on, it drops it down 35 minutes. So that's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and look inside. So this is where the magic happens. This is Samsung's Waterwall. As you can see, you got a total of 8 jets. Those 8 jets look a lot like something you'd put on the end of a water hose. The mechanism that you see right here is how the water wall slides back and forth. And basically what happens is that it makes a wall of water, by spraying the jets, and then it picks the zone that you choose here. Let's just say it's on the left, and it will just rip the debris right off of your dishes. Now, this mechanism actually feeds all the way up into the top. If I move this rack, you'll see a hole there. This will continuously feed water up, and sorry about the bouncing, but you got a fan blade there, like you would see in most dishwashers. And then, of course, you also have one up there. Now, again, this is pretty powerful. You have 1100 heating watts, so it gets extremely hot. But the circulation motor is 60 to 100 watts, so it can really pump that water. And then the draining will be at a 30-watt drain. But as you can see, the inside of this is very, very nice. It's all stainless steel. And then let's take a look at the top rack real quick. The top rack has, if you want to put spoons or whatever in there, and it kind of has this side mechanism here for you. And then, of course, you could see the blade a little bit better. But what I've noticed so far is no matter where the dishes are, they get extremely clean. Then we put the bottom rack back in. As you can see, you can put your silverware here. These come out, make it easy. They open or close. The racks here, you can adjust these. As you can see, these little clips, you can kind of push them back and forth. And so if you basically want to lay these down, you can lay them down, or you can stand them up. But one of the best things about this portion on this particular model is that it gives you the ability to lift the top rack higher. So if you have really big pots and pans and you want to put them in here, you can do so. Let me show you that. Okay, so real simple. You got this kind of arm here. As you can see, this arm has a little latch. So when you pull that up, it drops down. And if you want to lift it back up, you just kind of push that out and then let it click, and there you go. That's supposed to give you about 2 more inches from the bottom to the top. And then let's get this focus back in. Everything's pushed back in. And you got your dishwasher. Next, while we're still looking inside, here is where you're going to put your rinse aid. And then, of course, that's where you're going to put your detergent. Real simple, slide shut, and then it would open up during your load. Okay, so quickly, I just thought I would show you. I'm going to do a load, and as you can see, this glass is dirty and spotted. And I will also show you what it looks like running, but what I'll do is I'll show you what it looks like running so you can see the cool blue light, but then we're going to go ahead and pull the same glass out and see what it looks like after we're finished. Okay, so you can see that it's running. It just looks pretty sweet right there. I love the blue light. I can kind of show you it ties in with the other Samsung appliances. Something about that just blue LED just looks awesome in your kitchen. Just wanted to tune back in. Again, we'll come back and check the glass after the load's done, but just hear how you can't hear anything.
It's actually fully running right now and it's silent. Pretty impressive. A little sneak peek before we check up on our cup to see how the spots came out. As you can see, the water wall has moved. We're full of water. But what's interesting is when I open it up, you can actually hear the fan. So it keeps that steam from building up to prevent spots. And there's our glass that we'll check on in a little bit.
So as you can see, it just finished. It's playing its little song for us. But the real test is, let's see this glass. So, now this was pretty dirty. Look at that, guys. I mean, wow. Still a little hot. But it got off all of those thick chunks. Now that's a scratch of the glass there. But other than the scratches, I mean, pretty impressive.
So what do I think of it? I think that this is an absolute must-buy. You could find this pretty much, I think the MSRP is about $1,000, but you could find this all day long from $650 to $750. That actually, for what you get and the performance you get, is very fair. Now, I know that's still a lot of money, but when you go out and you start comparing and you see what you get for about that money, this actually outperforms what you would generally get in that price category. Now again, these are sale prices, but from what I find, it seems like they're running sales everywhere. Now, depending on when you watch this, you might be able to find even a better price. But it works very well. My glasses are spotless. The auto-releasing door function really has made the difference as far as that went, in my opinion. As far as, heavy residue or just putting maybe like a pan after you've cooked and you have food on there, I'm telling you, those jets are powerful. They get right to the area and they really clean up well. Now, this completes the Samsung kitchen. Again, if you haven't checked out my other videos on the Samsung appliances, be sure to do so. As always, I just want to stop and end this video by telling you guys, remember, life is short. It is such a sick and evil world. Everyday tragedies are happening. They might even be happening in your life right now. But I want you guys to know, love life. Know that you are loved and you are cared about and people need you. Recognize that life is short. Spend time with your loved ones. Love your family. Love your neighbors. Take care of each other. Go out today and do something good for someone. Change someone's day by doing a small gesture to make them smile. Help someone out in need if you can. And as always, guys, breathe the air and just know that life is a wonderful thing. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that you found it informative. I want you to know I do YouTube for you and you only, so if you have questions, please reach out to me in the comment section. I answer everybody's questions. I'm here for you. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, and on Facebook at JB Tech Fanatic. I'm so humbled and honored that you're here today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I can't wait to talk to you guys in the comment section and see you in the next video. Until then, I'm JB Tech Fanatic. You guys take care.